Big up, guys. Big up, guys. Welcome to the stream. Obviously, it's the reaction to the Carabao Cup second round. Bournemouth 0, Bees 2. Another win for the Bees. Looking very good. And, we followed that on after the win the other day, 1-0 against Villa. Yeah, albeit in the Carabao Cup, of course. But a much changed team as well. We brought in a lot of new players, changed the team up totally quite a bit. And, but it worked out. And, looking very good for us at the moment. I thought it was going to be a really tough game against Bournemouth. I really did. I really thought, it may go to penalties even. I was saying the other day about 2-2 or something, but we kind of got through fairly comfortably. They had a lot of the game. They had a lot of chances. I think they had a lot of possession. But, yeah, we done well again. I think, defending, going forward fairly well. I thought it was a pretty decent performance. Yet again, really good performance. And it's looking promising now. Looking promising for us. It's all going pretty well. Of course, we've got Sunderland on Saturday, though, in the Premier. That's the main one now to concentrate on. Then, of course, Chelsea and so forth. But, to get through in this is great. Obviously, they're going to be I think the draw is today, the third round. So it'd be interesting to see who we get in the third round. Just going to go through the actual report of the game, the reaction and everything, and all that. And then I've got another little bit of actual transfer news as well. So I'll do all that, but I'll just go to this first. We go to the match report and go through all that. Once again, apologies, guys, that I'm a bit late, a little bit delayed. But I'm on now, once again. So, yeah, go through all this. And Bournemouth 0, Brentford 2. Brilliant. Carvalho and Thiago goals send Bees into round 3. Fabio Carvalho and Igor Thiago score either side of half-time to secure a 2-0 win for Brentford against Bournemouth in round 2 of the Carabao Cup. Some good stops from Hakon Valdermarsen. I thought had a really good game. I really do. I was kind of number 2 there now, obviously. Still number 2. I'm amazed we're still looking for another goalie with him now. I think he looked really good here and does some really good saves. Yeah, from Hakon Valdermarsen, cap off another solid defensive performance on the West Londoners, who keep their second clean sheet in a row. Head coach Keith Andrews, the commitment levels and the togetherness of the group was there in abundance. Exactly, it was. Goals from Fabio Carvalho and Igor Thiago either side of half-time secured a 2-0 win for Brentford against Bournemouth, sending the Bees through to round 3 of the Carabao Cup. Some solid stops from Hakon Valdermarsen capped off another good defensive performance from the West Londoners. It really was. It was good. Very good defensive performance again. Amazing. Who kept their second clean sheet in as many games. Keith Andrews made 9 changes. Yeah, 9 changes. With a trip to Vitality Stadium. Sepp Vandenberg and Kevin Shardy were the only players who kept their place on the win over Aston Villa on Saturday. Aaron Hickey was also in the starting 11 as he made his first competitive start since October 2023 due to injury. Bournemouth had a good opportunity inside the opening 2 minutes when Krupi burst into the box at pace and got a shot away. But Valdermarsen got down to stop the ball well before Vandenberg's intervention ensured there was no follow-up opportunity for the hosts. Both sides had spells of possession, with the next big chance coming after 20 minutes. And what a chance it was. Carvalho picked up the ball on the edge of the penalty area before jinking past 2 defenders and closing in on goal. He initially opened up his body, but then reversed his shot towards Georgi Petrovic's near post. However, his low effort dribble just wide. Moments later, Bournemouth came even closer. Julio Soler slightly cut in from the left before firing a shot towards goal. His effort deflected off the back of Hickey and struck the post before Ben Gannon Doak, Gannon, it's got Gannon, I think it's Gannon. Yeah, Gannon Doak. Don't know why they're saying that now. I thought it was always just Ben Doak, but obviously suddenly become Gannon Doak. But anyway, fired the rebound off over the bar, but the new Cherries forward had already been flagged offside. After his near miss 10 minutes or so before, Carvalho opened the scoring for the visitors. A Rico Henry cross from the left was knocked down well by Christopher Ayer into the penalty area, and the on-rushing Brentford forward got ahead of his defender and tucked it into the bottom right corner. Valdemarson was called into action again just before half-time, when Alex Scott's in-swinging cross evaded everyone inside the area, but was destined for the far corner. Only for the Beastkeeper to get down well and push the ball away and out of danger. Yeah, had a really good game, him there, Valdemarson. Brilliant. If he can keep that going, be great. I'm sure he'd get a run in the cup, I would say now. I'm sure ahead of Kelleher in these cup games. All the action here from the game, photos of the game and action there. Carvalho, brilliant. He had a really good game, Carvalho. I thought Ayer was pretty good actually as well. He done well. Trying to think who that is there, but I can't remember his name, but I know he's... Oh, no, sorry, that's Hickey, yeah. Hickey. I think it's Aaron Hickey. Yeah, Carvalho, yeah, scored. Him and Thiago looked really good. I mean, it's about time, Carvalho did turn up and do something. And, he needs to keep this going. He took his goal very well, I thought. Really well. From the header on by Ayer, headed it into the area and he slotted it past the keeper. Side of penalty area and in an own goal from Collins, believe it or not, he'd only just come on. And the goalie had to tip it over. Valdemarson had to tip it over. So nearly an own goal from our skipper, so not good. And then Thiago, of course, I'm happy for him to come on and get that goal. Very important. This guy does well. Bad injury, terrible injury. Had been out for, the whole season, last season pretty much. To come back, and then again he was nearly injured again as well. Terrible tackle on him, disgusting, absolutely atrocious tackle. Stamp on his leg. Be up to you, Warren. Warren's team talk, be up to you, bro. Thanks for coming in. Hi, Steve, brilliant result, mate. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, love it, mate. Brilliant. About time, Brilliant. And not Bournemouth out. Yeah, the so-called experts, eh? Saying we're going down, believe it or not. We're doomed. No. Maybe it's you lot that could be doomed, what you're saying. But anyway, when is the drunk stream coming? Well, it is the stream now, mate, but I'm actually not drunk, but very happy, though. Very happy with this win. And now we've got to wait for the third round draw, which will obviously be later on. I wonder who we get in the next round. Might even get them in Arsenal. Wouldn't be surprised. Laughing. Yeah, I don't know about that, mate. About being drunk. But anyway, no, it's great that he's come back. He's doing well, Thiago. Second goal of the season. And that's all good. Brilliant. I hope he continues. Now, apparently, I think he's still okay from that tackle. Obviously, I don't know. He, trod on his leg. The guy, it was terrible. I hope you get Arsenal, knock them out. Well, yeah, I hope we do. But I would always love to beat Arsenal again. But no, it's going to be tough, isn't it? With your defence and that. Let's be honest. But anyway, back to this. Yeah, brilliant from Thiago. And let's get back to talking about the game. Valdemarson also had to be alert in the second half when Amin Adli, making his debut for Andoni Iraola's side, cut inside onto his left foot and fired towards goal. The Icelandic keeper dived down low, got his body behind the ball and kept the visitors ahead. Yeah, brilliant. Well done from Valdemarson. I'm glad, give him a load of credit. He's pretty much, behind Kelleher now. Number 2 there. I'm sure he will get a lot of games in the cup. I'm sure he will. We are supposed to be after this other keeper. I don't know if that's still going to happen, but I'd rather keep hold of this guy and let him, be competition for Kelleher. And I think he done really well here. I think he's really good. Kept the visitors ahead there. The Cherries continued to push, and the Ryan Christie free kick was met by the head of James Hill under pressure from Ethan Pinnock. Good to see him back as well. Of course, playing here. Got a start. Brilliant. The centre-back headed over the crossbar from close range. Similarly to the first half, a Scott cross tested Valdemarson again this time. A Nathan Collins deflection diverted it up in the air. And it required the fingertips of the Bees' number 12, who touched it just over the bar. Despite the pressure from the home side, Thiago doubled the lead for the visitors, with Onyeka robbed the ball in the final third and played in Carvalho. Glad to see Onyeka. Good to see Onyeka playing and actually doing something. Although he could have really, I know it went to him, through to him. He could have scored. He tried to control it and finish, and ended up going to Thiago, of course, but who knocked it in. But yeah, that's great to see Onyeka playing. On the counter-attack, the game's first goal scorer took his time and played it back to his teammate, but a missed touch from the midfielder inadvertently saw it fall to Thiago, who had the relatively simple job of placing it into the bottom corner, scoring his second goal of the season. Valdemarson was determined to keep his clean sheet and reacted quickly to keep out Evan Nielsen. The Brazilian slalomed towards the 6-yard box, and with Henry closing him down, he got a shot away, which the Bees goalkeeper saved again. Aya did well to keep Evan Nielsen out again when the centre-forward crept in and fired past Valdemarson, but Aya was there to clear it off the line. If there was any hope of Bournemouth getting back into the game, that diminished in stoppage time when Julian Araujo was sent off for a second yellow card after a very poor change on Thiago. It was fucking disgusting. He's trod on his leg. It's terrible. Some last-ditch defending from the Bees in the final minute of the game highlighted their impressive defensive display, keeping out another Evan Nielsen effort. Yeah, so the Brentford lineup was Valdemarson, of course, Hickey. Rutara replaced him in the 59th. Great to have Hickey playing, starting there. Brilliant. Aya, Vandenberg, Pinnock. Thiago replaced him in the 59th. Henry, great to have him there as well. Rico Henry, superb. Jensen there, Onyeka. Yarmuluk replaced him in the 86. Malambo. Coyote replaced him in the 59th. Carvalho and Shardy. Collins replaced him in the 59th. Subs not used. Kelleher, Lewis Potter, Damsgaard, Kurt Harrison. So keeps them, those three, Kelleher, Lewis Potter and Damsgaard, fresh for Saturday, which is good. Keeps them fresh for that. Bournemouth started there with Petrovic, Araujo, Hill, Diakite. Senesi came on for him at half time, replaced him then. Soler, Christie, Adams replaced him in the 74th. Scott, Gannon Doak, Semenyo replaced him at half time. Adley, Cliver, Brooks replaced him in the 66th. Krupe and Evan Nielsen replaced him in the 66th. there as well. Subs not used: Dennis, Truffer, Smith and Tavernier. Andrews, the squad deserved it. Yeah. Brentford head coach Keith Andrews shared his thoughts on the Bees 2-0 win against Bournemouth in round 2 of the Carabao Cup. We knew it'd be a tough test for obvious reasons. It was probably as tough of a draw that we could have got away from home against a very good Premier League team, said Andrews. I wanted to utilise the squad this week because they deserve it. It doesn't really surprise me, to be honest. It's what I fully expected. A performance to make me think about things going into the game against Sunderland. There were some outstanding performances. Playing 3 90-minute games in the space of a week was always going to be difficult for everybody to do so early in the season. And I think you could see the commitment levels and the togetherness of the group were there in abundance. It's a carry-on from the other day against Villa in terms of the solidity and that selfless nature of how we played the game. Onyeka on Cherry's win and Bundesliga loan spell. Frank Onyeka reflected on Brentford's 2-0 victory against Bournemouth and returning to the Bees first team squad, having spent the 24-25 campaign out on loan. It was a good win away from home, said the Nigerian midfielder. The way we defended was good. The way we were compact, they couldn't do anything. Couldn't get anything in at the end, so we could get the clean sheet. It was hard. We did the job, the coach asked us to do, and tried to cover space in the middle with Maffei Jensen. On spending last term on loan in Germany and being back involved at Brentford this season, he added, I enjoyed my loan in Augsburg. I played every game and got to experience the Bundesliga, which was really good. The coach Andrews keeps speaking to us, trying to help us, especially with me coming back from loan. He speaks to me almost every day, and it's what I need from a manager. Yeah, brilliant. Right, so just go to them. I want to do the player ratings. Let's get to that. And obviously on here, we get to that. As we know, Bournemouth 0, Brentford 2. Come on, you bees. We stung them. Totally stung them. And of course, they had that player sent off, Arejo, in the 91st minute. And deservedly so. Terrible, crude, disgusting, stepping on Thiago's leg, treading on his leg. He had to go. Absolutely terrible. Fabio Carvalho, 34th. Igor Thiago, 65th, with the 2 goals. Brilliant. And, let's go to, the lineup. And also the player ratings. As Warren says here, please make sure you subscribe to this great channel if you haven't already. Also sub to Mr. B's cricket channel, Mr. B Chats England Cricket. Yeah, it's all down there on the ticker, guys. Follow me on Insta, Mr. B for Life 182. Subscribe to Mr. B Hive Football Chat and Mr. B Chats England Cricket, where there will be some cricket streams very soon. They are coming up. I think they'll be possibly earlier next month, maybe. It's got the women's cricket coming up, World Cup and stuff, or wherever it is. I think it's a World Cup or whatever. So I'll be doing something about that. And obviously for the men's Ashes, that'll be obviously November. So not too far away. I'm on 173 subs now, Steve. Yeah, I know, mate. It's going well. Keep that going up, guys. Keep subbing to me, smashing the likes, but subbing, get me up to 200. That'd be incredible. My next milestone. Yeah, Michael Vaughan stream. Yeah, that's to come. Definitely to come. Hopefully, we'd like to see him be with England in the England setup, but whether he will, I doubt it. But who knows? Right. Anyway, to these player ratings, Valdemarson, I thought he was really great. I thought he had a really good performance. I didn't see a lot wrong with him. Made some good saves. Dependable. I think I'll give him. He didn't really do a lot wrong, to be honest. I'll give him a 9. Not the man of the match, but I'll give him a 9. I thought he was really great. Was tested a fair bit by Bournemouth, and he made some really good saves. Maybe stepping up at last there as the number 2. So yeah, I think a 9 for Valdemarson. You couldn't really fault him. Hickey, I thought, well, it was good to see him back. I think he was fairly good, fairly solid at the back. He looked really good. Great to see him back. I'm going to give him an 8. Henry as well, very good as well. I'll give him an 8 as well. They're going to get big marks today because it was a really great defensive display again. Because a lot of it was Bournemouth. They had a lot more possession than us, I think. Maybe quite a few more chances, maybe. But we held out again superbly. And and I think Pinnock, great to see him back. I thought he'd done pretty well. Maybe not as well as those others. I'll give him a 7. But yeah, he was still pretty good. And Vandenberg, I think wasn't. He was good, but I think he was slightly out of not as good as he was against Villa. But I'll give him a 7. I think Ayer done really well, to be honest. I thought he looked a bit dodgy last season at times, especially when he came on. But I thought he was really good, and he flicked it on for Carvalho for the first goal. I'll give him an 8. Ayer. And Yeka, great to see him starting again. I of course didn't score again or anything much, but of course he had a hand in the second goal. He robbed Bournemouth, a Bournemouth player almost on the halfway line. And he had a great run with the ball, and he passed it to Carvalho, who tried to cut inside the penalty area, and it went off of a Bournemouth player. And then, of course, went to Onyeka, who tried to control it and then put it in when he should have just shot. But, of course, went to Thiago from him. So, yeah, I think I'll give him an 8. I know he didn't score or anything, but I thought he had a really good game, Onyeka. I thought he done pretty well. Jensen as well, couldn't fault him. He was really good again. I'll give him a 7. Malambo still needs a bit more time. I don't think he's quite there yet. He was okay, decent. I'll give him a 7. Shardy, really a threat. Some of the time that pretty threatening, got pace, of course, as we know. I'll give him a 7. Carvalho, for me, I think stood out this time. I know he got booked, but he did also score. I think it was probably his best game I've seen since he's been here, I'd say. I'll give him a 9. And a man of the match for Carvalho, a 9. I just want him to continue though with this. He's too inconsistent. He doesn't do this enough. I know he's had injuries. He's been in and out of the team at times. But now, can he really seriously go on and get these big performances that he's capable of? He has got that talent. He has got it there. And I just want to see it come out more. I want to see it more now. And can he do that this season? If he does, then we got a serious player here, yet again. I mean, we can, again, it's another tale of getting developing a player, an improvement on a player that is already good, has got talent there, but it's bringing it out of him, well. And, if we do that with him, then he's going to have a big season here. It's going to be a great season for him. But anyway, getting back, man of the match for me, 9 there, Carvalho, and the goal. Thiago come on, of course, for Pinnock in the 60th and scored. Brilliant from him. Superb. That's good from him. I'm going to give him, I know he didn't do that much else, I don't think. But scoring the goal, I'll give him a 7. There's plenty more to come from him. He's got the second goal of the season, of course. Kelleher, of course, wasn't used. Ouattara came on for Hickey in the 59th. I don't think he's done a great deal, Ouattara. Got a lot of pace, so for that threat alone, I think I'll give him a 6. Not as great as he was the other day. Playing against his old team, of course. Pert Harris wasn't used. Collins came on, nearly scored an own goal, in fact. Came on for Shardy in the 59th. I thought he was, other than that, I thought he'd done pretty well coming on. I'll give him a 6. Lewis Potter wasn't used, of course. Damsgaard wasn't used. Coyote came on for Malambo. Got a yellow card. I think he done okay. He done pretty well when he come on. Give him a 7. Yarmulke came on for Onyeka in the 86. Didn't have a chance to do that much. So I'll give him a 5. So, that's the player ratings, as I say. Carvalho, man of the match. Brilliant performance. And I thought really great performance overall again. Great defensively. And when we could get forward, when we had some chances, had some attacks, we done it well. And I thought it was a really great performance again. And we're into the 3rd round. So we get a good cup run this season again. I mean, that'd be amazing. Could we win this Carabao Cup? It'd be incredible. It will depend on who we get. We'll see who we get. If we get a really big team in the 3rd round, probably like a Liverpool or whoever else, City or a Chelsea or whatever, it's going to be a lot tougher. But, we'll see. But anyway, I'm going to go to my bit of transfer news I've got. Going to that now. I'll just do this and I'm going to bounce, guys. So not on here that long, but obviously going to do this bit of transfer news. And it says Brentford join the race to sign Leon's Georgi Mikotadze. I believe that's how you say it, Mikotadze. George Mikotadze, 24, is attracting some serious interest with transfer deadline day looming. As per Sasha Tavolieri, Villarreal have submitted a bid for the Georgia international. Their interest can now be rivalled by Premier League side Brentford, according to a report from Foot Mercato. Mikotadze is a guaranteed starter under Paulo Fonseca at Olympique Lyonnais, but he's also one of the most bankable assets in the squad. With Lyon still needing to raise a further €40 million in player sales. They are in a position where they could have to reluctantly accept bids for players that they would ideally like to retain. Mikotadze falls into that category. Tavolieri understands that Villarreal have already submitted a bid. However, that is refuted by Foot Mercato, who understands that OL are yet to receive any offer for their centre forward. However, there is interest from the La Liga side, who are willing to table a €30 million Euros bid. Brentford are also in the race to sign the forward, who could leave OL in the final days of the window. Again, don't know much about this guy. I'm going to bring up his sort of page of him, see what there is to say, what there is to see about him, and because obviously it's another striker, so we're obviously after this other one was Max Bayer from Borussia Dortmund. So I obviously want to see a bit about this guy, what he's about. Just going to get to that page, and it seems like Sunderland may be after him as well. Yeah, that's not a surprise. Well, that was 1 month ago, apparently. Leon's price tag calls Sunderland's interest. So they may be out of it, looking at the price tag. Looks like Spurs were after him as well. That was in June. Roma to advance first proposal for Mikotadze. Report Roma target Mikotadze to replace Abraham. So Tammy Abraham, of course, was there Roma. So there was a few teams that were after him, Sunderland especially. It's great that they're priced out of it. I'm glad about that. Well, maybe we got a big chance of getting him. So let's just see about these stats and stuff. Just trying to get something that obviously talks more about him here. Article that says a lot about him. Let's just see. He's got 37 caps and 20 goals for Georgia. He said he's obviously a centre forward, but can play as left winger and second striker. So that sounds good. I'll just go on to here. It says a bit about him, obviously, on here. What's this detailed performance data? George Mikotadze. Yeah. Liga 1. Played for Lens as well. Oh, no, sorry, he didn't play for Lens. He's only played for, looks like, Lyon. Looks like he's played for Metz, Sirang, whatever, RFC, Olympique Lyon, of course, Metz B, and Ajax. Played for Ajax as well. Yeah, it looks pretty good. what I can see. Yeah, he could be a good player. We could get him in. I mean, obviously looks like it's between him, Max Bayer, and that's maybe it. I don't know about any others. Obviously, there will be some come to light at some stage who else we're after. But he could be one we could bring in. If he's going to be 30 mil, I don't know. We will see. But yeah, it's another player we're obviously after, another striker. It'd be interesting to see between him and Max Bayer and whoever else we're after. I mean, we've also got to make bids for them yet. Put a bid in. And that hasn't quite happened just yet. So we'll wait and see. I think if one of those does come in, maybe that might mean Visser going. He may just leave. Although Andrews has been on record as saying that he wants Visser to stay. Wants Visser to stay here. I'm not sure that's going to happen. Why try and keep somebody that don't want to play for you? No, I think rather let him go and get the money. Surely that's what we've got to do. But yeah, great display, as I say in the Carabao Cup. That's what mainly this stream was about. What I was doing here, but of course that little bit of extra transfer news, is great. So we're obviously looking at Mikkel Tadza. All looking good at the moment for the Bees, to be honest. There's nothing else bad. Of course, obviously, apart from Visser at the moment. Hopefully, we're keeping hold of Collins. There's no more to do with that. And that may just be paper talk rumours, I hope. He will be staying. But yeah, there's plenty more to come, guys. As I say, please keep subbing, smashing the likes. So I'm up to 173. Let's keep that up, keep that going, guys. Get me to 200. Follow me on Insta at Mr. B for Life 182 and subscribe to Mr. B. I have a football chat and Mr. B chats England cricket. There's plenty to come. Loads more content. Obviously, be another transfer one at some stage. Possibly a buzz. I might be doing the buzz one tomorrow. Possibly talking about Carabao Cup and other things, whatever else I can see to talk about on my debate show. Yeah. So that probably will be tomorrow, the buzz. So watch out for that, guys. Look out for that. As well as probably transfer stream as well. It'll be right up to the transfer window. I'll be doing something. So nearly every day, hopefully. And obviously I'll do something. Well, I will be doing something with the buzz probably about the draw tomorrow, seeing who we're going to get, who we get in that third round. Obviously going into that and other stuff. But anyway, guys, I'm going to bounce. It's been really great. Only had Warren in here, the live chat, but great to see him there. Hopefully everyone's enjoyed it, watching live or on playback. But I'm going to bounce, and for the time being, guys, I'm out of here. Cheers, everyone. Thanks a lot, guys. Cheers, bye. Bees, yes. We're into the third round. Come on. Sunderland next. Yes.